Hey everyone, it's Dave from Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Today we are going to be making spicy ground beef jerky on the smoker. Stick around. I know a lot of people like beef jerky and they're looking for, low carb snacks to kind of fill them up, especially if you're on the keto diet, which I currently am trying out. So I decided I was going to make some beef jerky. And usually it's made from the whole muscle of, the cow, like a flank steak or some sort of, cheaper cut of steak that you can cut into strips and then dehydrate it in your food dehydrator, cook it at a low temperature in your oven, or in my case, I like to put a little smoke on it. So I'm going to do it at a real low temperature on my pellet grill because my kids were nice enough for my birthday to get me the LEM Jerky Cannon. There's a smaller one called the Jerky Gun. This is the Jerky Cannon because my kids know, go big or go home. It'll hold about 2 pounds of ground beef in it to make jerky. So what I have here is a recipe for some spicy ground beef jerky that I'm going to use. By the way, if you are liking this video so far, make sure you hit the subscribe button down there below and press that bell because I've got a lot of videos coming out and this way you'll get notifications. I'm making 3 pounds here, but the recipe I'm going to give you is for 1 pound. That way you can double it, triple it, or whatever you want to do. So I start with my ground beef. It's 90-10 ground beef, so it's pretty lean. You don't really want anything too fatty because it's going to probably drip and be too soft and pliable when you're done. So, 85-15 or 90-10, something that has, a decent amount of meat and not as much fat should work well. And the ingredients in this, now when I'm dumping them in the bowl, it's for 3 pounds, remember, I will tell you the 1 pound recipe. The 1 pound recipe goes like this. You're going to start with 1 pound of lean ground beef. I like to add in 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. This is one of the controversial ingredients. I put in a 1/4 teaspoon of that pink curing salt, sometimes called Prague powder. It's that pink stuff that gives bacon its color and stuff like that. That way, I'm sure that my jerky is going to be shelf stable when I get it done and let it cool. If you're not a fan of the pink stuff, you can substitute just regular table salt, put a 1/2 teaspoon of regular table salt in there. But please make sure that when you're dehydrating this or cooking this, that you bring the meat up to a food safe temperature. That way you're sure any sort of bacteria or anything in there is killed off. Okay, then we go from there to 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper. This is where it gets its heat from. It has a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Needless to say, this jerky has got a lot of flavor packed into it, a lot of layers and things. This is not your simple just salt, pepper jerky. Once all the seasoning is added into the bowl with the beef, use your hands. God gave you 2 hands to mix it up. If you want to put it in a stand mixer or a KitchenAid or whatever, be my guest. But I'm just going to mix it until it's thoroughly in there. And then I like to toss it back into the fridge for at least 4 hours to just kind of firm up. Here's a tip that I did not do that probably would have helped. Before I put the beef in the bowl, I probably should have held it over the sink drain and kind of squeezed out any extra juice from the beef. It works better, it sticks together better if it's a little bit drier of a beef. I left all the juice and everything in there, so it got a little runny in the next steps coming up here. So now I've got the flat jerky stick bar nozzle on my my jerky cannon here, and I'm going to load it up with as much as it can take. It took about 2 pounds of beef. Just take off the end here and just keep packing it in there. I actually have a shish kebab skewer here that's got kind of a flat end, and I'm just kind of packing it down as far as it'll go and loading this thing up. To smoke it today, you don't want to put it on a flat pan because then it's going to sit in its own grease and stuff. You want to have all the fat that renders out drip down. So I have these wire cooling racks, and this was mistake number 2. These wire cooling racks were also given to me by my kids for my birthday, and they've never really been used before. So they do not have any sort of non-stick coating on them, and the jerky ended up sticking pretty good to them when I got them out of the smoker. You'll see later on here the black wire rack that I have. That one's been used 100 times and nothing stuck to that at all. So make sure you either coat a new rack with some oil or make sure you use it a couple dozen times before you try jerky on it. But I take the jerky cannon and I lay out strips of jerky. I'm just going the whole width of these wire racks here. I'm going to fill it up as much as I can, and then any excess I'm going to use on this black rack here. And there you have it. There's almost 3 pounds of beef done into jerky strips. For the smoker today, I'm going to run it at 180 degrees. With my smoker, I like to bring it up to temperature. I just put it on the default temperature of 360, let it warm up, and then I set it to my cook temperature, which at this point, or at this time, will be 180 degrees, and let it get cooled down. I've got competition blend pellets in there. To get a little bit more smoke flavor on there, I'm also going to be using my Amazing tube, my smoking tube in there. If you've never used one of these, they're real simple. Fill it with pellets, take a propane torch, light the end of it, let it burn for, about 5-10 minutes to really get things burning, and then extinguish, blow out the pellets, and then it'll just keep smoldering as it works its way down the tube. I'm going to put this right in the middle of the smoker, let that add even extra smoke flavor to all this jerky. I'm going to smoke it for about 2 hours here. What you're looking for is the jerky to be stiff but still be able to bend. If it cracks in half immediately, then it's probably too dry and you're making more of beef brittle than you are making beef jerky. But this, it's got a nice bend to it. Some of the pieces are a little less done than others. Some of them are more, depending on where they were in the smoker. I'm going to let it go for 2 hours. Sometime in between now and 2 hours, I am going to rotate where the racks are. I'm going to move, one up to the top, that one down to the bottom. Just kind of go clockwise and keep rotating around. That way they all get the same amount of heat and smoke and everything else. You'll be able to tell your jerky's done when it's got this nice mahogany color on it, all right? This stuff's really good. It's got a little bit, it's not as tough as regular jerky because it's not from a muscle, it's actually just ground beef, so it bites pretty easily. Got a little bit of bite to it. The heat is good on this. My kid said it was too spicy. I think it's perfect. That way it's all for me and they can't have any. If you want to dial back any of the chili powder or the cayenne, go for it. I know I shouldn't talk with food in my mouth. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. All right, all better. To store this, what I'm doing is I'm just putting it in an airtight container. You can put it in a Ziploc bag. I've got a bunch of it stored right here in, a glass mason jar with a lid on it. I'll just put this up in the cupboard. Again, I use that pink salt, so it should be shelf stable. I don't have to really worry about bacteria. If you're worried about any bacteria forming or you didn't use the pink salt, put it in a bag and put it in the fridge. It should be fine for a couple of weeks in there. This would be the perfect keto snack. There's no sugar in this. The carbs in it are real low, only the carbs that you get from the seasoning. So it's a great kind of low carb keto snack that you can have anytime you want. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on social media. I am on Twitter and Instagram at Dave's Ohio Barbecue. I also have a Facebook page. Just search for Dave's Ohio Barbecue. It'll come up there. And also make sure you hit that subscribe button and press the bell next to it. That way, every time I make new videos, you'll get a notification. I've got a lot of videos coming out really soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.